Hey guys, Nathan Brandon Masters. We're going to take a look at the latest video from Skeeter Gene. This one took place in Cincinnati, and you can read the title and you pretty much know what happened at the end. If you like this kind of content, please like and subscribe. Leave comments, all that good stuff. We are still struggling with this YouTube algorithm. But real quick before we jump into that, guys, I have a comic book on Kickstarter and Indiegogo called Curse Risen, Communion of the Fallen. It is a retelling of the Epitaph Bread and Salt story. If you like urban fantasy and badass monster girls, check out this project. But keep in mind, this is not for the kiddies. Other than that, let's jump into the video.
The great city of Cincinnati, Ohio, home to over 300,000 residents. Some of those residents being teens who were vulnerable to solicitation from online predators. We conducted an investigation to find out just how easily this could happen. We set up an online profile, posing as a teen girl in attempt to scout out any potential predators. Only to come across this Ralph fellow. He's the latest suspect in our investigations.
Now, that's the guy. One thing I can tell you, he's getting divorced, and I'm sure this information, with it being online and with there actually being a report about it, that report did go to the police. That's definitely not going to help his divorce case. And you know, divorces are already kind of, you know, when it comes to men in family court, we know what that's about. So, you know, this is definitely not going to help.
When he arrived, he peeked through the door window and spotted our security guard.
What guy? Is it haunted?
Huh?
Is it haunted?
I don't know.
You're scaring me.
Serious. I'm not serious. There's a guy there.
It's just...
But even that didn't stop him from coming inside to pursue his prey.
So he saw the security guard. He saw the guy, and he'd rather, you know, he went for the, I think it's hunted. You know, in the Chris Hansen days, when, you know, when they saw somebody, they would try to get in the car, turn back around. You know, they would get caught outside trying to leave or something like that. This dude, like, yeah, I see somebody, I'm going to take my chances. And how you going to go in the house and ask about it? Because once you're in the house, you're in the house. Everybody know why you in the house. So what are you doing? Now, granted, if he had peeked in and then left, they probably still would have tailed him and been like, hey, bro, we got you. We got your license plate and everything. But, you know, I'm just talking to the mentality of, I'm so desperate right now, I'm going to risk it. But then again, I guess there's a lot of people who do that. I mean, just by him coming here, knowing that these things, you know, that they have these things. But I don't believe he's new to this, and I'll tell you why later.
The girl says that she's 13 and asks Ralph if he's okay with that. Ralph says, I like younger. Do you like older? The girl says, yeah, she doesn't mind. Ralph says, you're not a cop or anything, are you?
Here's something I always see with these guys. That right there is going to send you to jail. You're not a cop or anything. And for some reason, people think that police have to tell you the truth, and they don't. That's like a thing that happens on TV. That was like an old thing. Like they would have the, you know, the hooker bus back in the old cop shows. And, you know, they would always say, hey, are you a cop? And, you know, apparently the cop would always have to say yes, which in reality, the cops don't have to do anything of a sort. And also, when you say, hey, are you a cop? That means I know that this thing I'm doing is illegal or at least sus. So you got nothing. She told you she was 13. At that point, remember I said last video, that's time to be out, but whatever. He's still going on with this chat. And then he goes, are you a cop? Meaning, hey, I know this is illegal. Now, just keep what I just said in mind there for later.
The girl says no, LOL. Ralph says, I'd like to take your virginity, just as long as there's no police affiliation.
Did it again. He's just trying to go straight to jail.
Looks like you've seen a ghost.
Now, just hold on a second. If you weren't watching this, you were just hearing it, you would straight up think that was Chris Hansen, right?
What?
Looks like you've seen a ghost there. How are you?
Good.
I'm Skeeter Hansen, Predatory Investigation Unit.
Hmm?
I'm with the Predatory Investigation Unit, sir. Why don't you have a seat for me right there? I have a couple of questions here for you, if you wouldn't mind. So, what's your name?
What?
What's your name?
Ralph?
Ralph. Ralph what? Do you have your ID on you, Ralph?
No, I mean, no.
Not on you. Were you driving without a license?
No. I got
No.
a license.
Where is it?
In the car.
In the car. Okay. Well, I just have a couple questions here for you. So, what brings you here today?
I just wanted to meet
Meet who?
Becca.
Becca. And how old is Becca?
She told me she was 13.
Now, that's new. That's something that I don't normally see with these videos. Like, the dudes usually try to be like, well, she said she was 18. She said she was 9. And they never say, like, she said she was 21. They know to keep it as a teenager. It's like they want to try to make it seem plausible. Maybe she said 13 and I might have saw 18. Maybe they could try to slide with that. But a lot of times they say something in there to let you know that they know that the girl is young. Of course, we already saw what this guy did. He already did the "Are you a cop?" You know, I like younger. He just went in with it. So maybe I shouldn't be surprised that he's like, you know, yeah, she's 13.
And how old are you?
57.
57.
Didn't want to,
Didn't want to what?
do anything but meet her.
And how old are you?
57.
57.
Didn't want to,
Didn't want to what?
do anything but meet her.
You just wanted to meet her. And what makes you think it's okay for a 57-year-old man to meet a 13-year-old girl who's home alone? Oh, I think that was one of the ghosts there.
I mean, I don't even know what he's doing right here. There's no reason to pretend. He's been very clear about what he wanted to do with this girl. So, and from the way he talks, I have to assume he's already seen shows like this. So he's got to know they have the chat logs. That's how they got him in the first place.
She just seemed like she needed a guy.
Like she needed a guy.
Needed like a father figure.
Oh, like a father figure. So you were going to be more of like a mentor to her.
I was gonna, I don't know.
Is that why you asked her if she was a cop?
I told you I was going to come back to bite him in the ass. And on top of that, there's a lot of Freudian slips with this guy. It's like he's saying what he really feels, and then he tries to walk it back. I think he's already clued us in on the kind of father figure he wants to be with the "I want to take your virginity" line.
Why are you so concerned about police if you were just coming to meet her and talk to her? Like you said.
Because I don't know if meeting and talking to her like that is illegal or not, but
I think we can all agree that's Cap. He was very clear that he knew something he was doing there wasn't on the up and up. Normally, these guys come in and their thing is, I didn't do anything, so I didn't break any law. They don't know that the actual talking is the breaking of the law, that in itself is breaking the law. This guy specifically goes for the talking. I didn't know if talking to her like that was breaking the law, but he knew something he was doing was breaking the law. I don't believe this is the first time he's done this.
You don't know if it's illegal. Well, it is illegal to engage in a conversation like this online with someone who you think is 13. You are aware of that, Ralph.
it is illegal.
It is. So why did you do
You can
it?
talk like that to him?
No, Ralph, that is soliciting a minor online.
So if nothing else, this isn't his first time talking to a minor like this online.
You want to stand up for me, alright? Who's going to detain you for a second, alright? So just put your hands on your back. Okay, look your brain.
Weapons on you.
I did. Where? Right.
Just leave it where it's at.
Okay.
Fine. Just leave it where it's at.
He should have a small pocket knife on his front left pocket.
So the police did come and grab the guy, but there was an issue with this catch.
Now, after talking with the chief, and we weren't aware of this before, but apparently in the state of Ohio, no charges or convictions can be made if this sort of sting operation is not conducted by a law enforcement official. And obviously, we are not law enforcement, we're just a privately owned and operated organization. So unfortunately, Ralph will not be charged with the findings that we have obtained, but the incident was reported and filed, and his soon-to-be ex-wife will know about this. And this situation might just come back to bite Ralph in court during his divorce.
So there you have it. This one walks. And go over and see the whole thing. There's like a whole story to how to, the cops dealing with this and everything. And the video itself is actually pretty good. In Cincinnati, you got to have police involved, which is, I guess, kind of like the new rule here on YouTube, where for you to even do videos like this, for them to be monetized, there has to be police involvement. So even with all the evidence and everything, at least it was filed. As we know, it is illegal to have those kinds of conversations with minors online. It is a federal crime, but because law enforcement was not involved, there will be, from what I can see here, there will be no charges filed. So there you have it, guys. Link is in the description to Skeeter Jean's original video. Also links to my comic book Curse Risen. If you like urban fantasy aimed at mature readers, this may be the book for you. Take it easy. Hasta.
Don't look back, we're here to stay. A life we knew would come one day. And this is it, the borderline to where the future leaves us behind. The fire will